Can you show up for yourself for 1 minute? Can you show up for your family for 1 minute? Could you show up for your business, for your customers for 1 minute? That is what is going to set you up for success in 2025. We can be the person that we want to be. Hey, welcome to the Busy People Getting Fit podcast, where fitness meets real life. If you're tired of wasting time on things that don't work, you're in the right place. We focus on quick, effective strategies to improve your health without the hassle. Whether it's saving time, money, or energy, we keep it simple so you can feel better, live longer, and take control of your fitness. I'm your host, Brian White, a CrossFit Level 3 trainer and nutrition coach. Growing up as unathletically as I did, I learned fitness through hard work. Now I'm here to help busy people like you get real results. Let's dive in. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Busy People Getting Fit podcast. I am your host, Brian White, and today we're talking about something super timely. Today is December 4th, 2024, and we are going to talk about making the most of the next 27 days of 2024. Here we are on the brink of a fresh start in 2025, but before you flip the calendar and pop the champagne, or pop the champagne and flip the calendar, let's talk about right now. These next 27 days aren't just a time for us to coast, for us to party and enjoy the holidays, though we want to do that too, and savor every moment with those friends, with the family, and with Bluebell ice cream. But these 27 days, they are an opportunity. Whether you feel like you crushed this year's goals or are barely scraping by and are just wanting the year to end, there's still time to make an impact on yourself, on your family, on your business, on those around you. So now let's dive in, talk about how we can finish 2024 strong and what we can do to set the tone for an incredible 2025. Here's the thing. We got 27 days, and that may not seem like much, but what is that? 8% left of the year, 7% left of the year. That is plenty of time for us to keep moving forward in our lives. These 27 days, we can form a new habit. We can achieve a small but meaningful goal. We can reset and build momentum for the new year. We've got options. So now let's talk about it. Because when we talk about it, when we think about what we're going to do, it is not about achieving perfection. And if I could encourage you to do one thing, it would be to take a small step, but let's take that small step every day. When we think about that new habit, we'll talk about it, a micro habit. Can we do it for 1 minute? Can we do it for 1 minute just to get it going in our lives every single day? 1 minute. That's all we're talking about. Can you show up for yourself for 1 minute? Can you show up for your family for 1 minute? Could you show up for your business, for your customers for 1 minute? That is what is going to set you up for success in 2025. And honestly, that is what is going to set you apart from all the other people who are meandering, who are flailing away in this world. But we can own our destiny. We can be the person that we want to be. So the effort you put in now will make starting in January feel a lot less like a grind, right? We want to just build those habits every single day. Let's start that on December 4th, maybe December 5th, maybe December 6th. But let's see if we can get that habit going into the new year, and then we'll build on it as opposed to just starting from square one, but let's build on it starting in 2025. These big actions that we may be thinking about, we want to start small, and let's put off the big. Let's put off the big until January 1st. But what are the small daily actionable steps that I can take consistently from now until January? So here's my challenge to you. Start with that micro habit. What is that thing you can do that takes 1 minute a day? It's something small. It's something manageable. You know, without a doubt, there's no excuses why you can't commit to that every day for the next 27 days. Here's some ideas. These are ideas that I've incorporated. Here's a copy of my book right up here. Got a copy right there. You know, get the book. It will give you ideas. These are super quick, easy, simple actions you can take. But if you're not going to read the book or you don't have it handy, let me just go through this podcast and give you some ideas. Here's one that, you know, when you're a gym owner, when you're a coach and you've coached multiple classes in a row and in a gym that was loud and with loud music and maybe the yelling and the banging of the weights and the bright lights, those bright fluorescent lights are great when we're in the gym atmosphere. But then I get in my car on the way home and I just really enjoy spending 5 minutes in complete, total silence. 5 minutes in silence. Sitting in my car. More than once, I've pulled into my garage and just sat there no phone, just in the garage light goes off. So I'm in the dark, just listening to nothing. And I'll have a daughter come out, poke her head out. What are you doing, Dad? What are you doing? I'm taking 5 minutes is what I'm doing. I'm taking 5 minutes. This is a micro habit that I have committed to. It keeps my mind at peace and also gives me a chance to slow down, to reflect, to recharge, to observe my attitude, observe my emotional state before I walk in the door, switching from work into family, from coach into dad or to husband. Those 5 minutes can mean a lot. 1 minute, can you spend 1 minute a day in silence, in the dark, just you? That's it. Not even with your thoughts. Don't have to just do anything. Just enjoy being alive and breathing. Another option, add 1 serving of veggies or vegetables to a meal. And when I say veggies, you know what? It can be fruit too. So if you're interested in our nutrition challenge that will be starting up in late January, can you do something today to kind of kickstart that? 1 serving, 1 little scoop of fruits or vegetables, a meal to every meal. It could be, I like apples. I can add apples to almost anything. I like green beans. I like peas. I like sweet corn, sweet potato. It doesn't matter. But can you add 1 serving of fruit or vegetables to every single meal? Choose something you like. Don't punish yourself through this. Choose something you like. Here's the third one. Stretch or mobilize before bed. So, maybe we can work this up to 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15. Can you do it for 1 minute? Can you foam roll for 1 minute? Before going to bed, can you do a Spider-Man lunge or Spider-Man stretch where we take that big step out, just sink our hips down, improve our hip flexor mobility, improve our ankle mobility, press our knee out over our pinky toe. This will help you wind down. It will improve your flexibility, and it will even help you sleep better. And then you'll feel 1,000 times better when you wake up the next morning. 1 minute. 1 minute of mobilizing or maybe foam rolling before bed can absolutely revolutionize your life. Now, we talked about this before. The key here is to keep it small, keep it doable. Choose something you can do. You don't even need a tool. You don't need a foam roller. You don't need anything to do that Spider-Man lunge, that Spider-Man stretch before bed. Spend 30 seconds on either side. That's 1 minute total. For me, I keep a pad of paper next to my bed to start. So just to remind me, I just wrote in big letters with a Sharpie, 1 minute Spider-Man. And so that's the last thing I see before I climb into bed. And that's my reminder. That's my reminder. So that's just a thought, just a tip to get that micro habit started, ingrained into your daily life. These micro habits, yes, they can compound into big results. If we can start them now, then by the time we get to January, now we can get into something bigger, because consistency beats intensity every time. We talk about this when we're on the gym floor, right? We talk about mechanics, consistency, and then and only then do we talk about intensity, right? So we want that consistency first before we start trying to, stretch for 30 minutes a day. Or one of the big questions I get from people who work out a lot, come pretty consistently throughout the week, is what more can I do? Mobilize. How's our sleep? And how's our mobilization, our stretching before bed? Those things can make a significant difference in our livelihood and in our performance at the gym, and the results, the body composition results that we're looking for as well. It is better to show up imperfectly than to not show up at all. So, if we're just eating that half a sweet potato instead of the whole sweet potato, if we're eating, just a little bit of lettuce or a salad, that's fine. That is better than nothing. So we're talking about 27 days. What can you do for the next 27 days? Now, one of my suggestions is to track it. Okay, is to track it. My wife, Celesta, my wife tracks it, and she uses an app called Don't Break the Chain. I think it shows up in the App Store as DBTC. Every day you do your habit, you click the day, and a big X shows up, and we don't want to break that chain of X's. So the app is called DBTC, stands for Don't Break the Chain. It's a great way to track your progress. I use an app called Todoist. It's my to-do list. It's called Todoist, Todoist. That tells me what I'm going to do the next day. And yes, I put in there 5 minutes of silence, and I'll put that when about the time. I think now I even have a geofence around it. But like at 7:45 at night, it'll say 5 minutes of silence. Then I set another alarm for 8:30 at night, for that to be my 5 minutes of mobilization before bed. So those are a couple of options, writing it down, tracking your progress, having that pad of paper next to your bed as a reminder, getting the app TBDC to click the X on the calendar days, or you can have an app called Todoist, or even I send myself an email reminding me to do things. So those are some options for you. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. If you did, yes, I would love for you to do this 1 minute a day, every day. When you do that, we go to bed and go, hey, congratulations, nice job doing that one thing for 1 minute. Because it's something. It is something. You are taking control of yourself, of your future, of the direction of where you're going, where the people who love you are going, where your family are going, where your business is going. You're trying to take control of that. You're trying to make yourself better. And we're not just going to wait till January 1st to get this big, huge thing. We're going to take the small, actionable steps right now. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found this to be a simple roadmap for the next 27 days. This is not about overhauling your life in the next month. It's about finishing the year strong and setting yourself up for success in 2025. You've got this. Thank you for tuning in to the Busy People Getting Fit podcast. I hope you found this episode useful. If you did, share it with a friend who might need a little motivation to share the year on a high note. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It means the world to me and helps the podcast reach more people just like you. Until next time, stay consistent, stay committed, and let's make these next 27 days amazing. Have a great day.